Hello everybody, lovely to see you again. Darcy here. Today's tip is all about Feng Shui or Feng Shui. I like to call it Feng Shui, and the nine bagnier that you can actually use in your entire house. I'm just going to bring that slightly closer for you. You're going to see that again in a few minutes. Now, the easiest way I like to do this, and by no means am I an actual expert in this, but I do use this in my own home and I've recently moved. So what you need to do is actually draw a template of the footprint of your actual home. Now, some people are lucky enough to actually live in a rectangle house or an oblong house. Most of us don't actually live in a footprint like this. Fantastic if you do, and particularly if from the very front of your front garden to the very back of your back garden it's also a rectangle and oblong, then that's brilliant. You don't have anything missing. Now, as I've said, most people do have some form of area actually missing, like this. So you can either have this corner is actually missing. She says, I feel a bit like a Blue Peter person, or this corner might be missing, or an area down here. As long as it is not below, or sorry, rather over 50% of the actual footing, then it's deemed as an addition, an increase to your property. Now, what I've done for you is I've recently moved, so I do this myself. And what I've done is I've actually drawn my property. Now, I don't know if you can see, I've overlocked it with the red is actually the bag noir that I'm actually going to be using. I've actually got a missing relationship corner here, which I don't know if you can actually see that very well. Now, when I first bought this house, my front door was actually to the side. Now, if you find that your home is actually, if your front door or the door that you actually use is on the side or the back door, then what you need to do is actually turn your property round. So the front door, whether that's you use your front door at the front or you use your back door as your front door, it's the door that you come in the most. You need to actually have this down on the bottom part. So it's either going to be in your helpful friends, your career, life and journey, or your personal development. It needs to be along one of those bottoms. As I've said, when I first bought the property that I live in, my front door was here, and I actually physically had it changed round to the front because I like to come fully into my life, not come sideways on into my life. Now, what I want to do is actually bring that back for you so you can actually see, and I'm going to hold that quite close for you. Okay, so what you're actually going to do is you're going to use the template that you've got of whether your house is the perfect rectangle, oblong, or you've got missing corners or missing little bits, and you're literally going to divide your template out into the 9 squares as you can see it. Now, as I've said before, by no means am I an expert in doing this, but I've alighted to this little diagram, and I have to say I've not seen anything quite like it with the colours in there and the descriptions. So if you do want a copy of this, you're very welcome to email me and I'll happily send you out a PDF of it. Now, obviously, with your front door being either in the self-development, in the career or life journey, or in the helpful friends, depending on where your front door is, obviously this is colour coded that it is a really good idea to actually have these type of colours in that area and along with particular objects as well. I'm a real sort of circles person, so in the helpful friends area, which actually is my hallway, I have got a picture with quite a lot of circles in there that is actually quite brightly coloured and has got quite a lot of gold and yellows in. So it's just a really, really helpful way of ensuring that your house just completely flows. Don't forget, Feng Shui is actually the art of placing objects so the energy just flows around your life, and it's just a constant movement of energy that will enhance all areas for you. So obviously, if you have got a missing relationships corner or wealth corner, then it's a really good idea to actually put one of these objects in there. Create the area, even if it means that you've got to create the outdoor living space for you, and see how you go. I mean, one way it's Karen Kingston actually suggests is put all of your junk into a particular area and see how your life works for you. I'd rather declutter that area, paint it possibly a different colour, have some elements that I know is actually going to work in that area and see how my life then flows rather than the other way around. So as I said, it's a quick tip. I know it's a bit long-winded, I've gone on for a while. Enjoy, do let me know how you get on, and I'm sure there'll be more to do with this bagua later on. Okay, speak to you all soon.